What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the ultimate guide to Dark Souls 2, and this is part 21, Aldia's Keep. First thing we've got to do is, of course, get there. Now that we've got the King's Ring, we can access the massive door, so first thing I'm going to do is Ruined Fork Road Bonfire, I believe it's called.
Yep, and then travel to Shaded Woods. Now, you'll be able to get the red tearstone ring going this way if you haven't before, but
yeah,
you'll see it's like it's clearly in like the pool of mud that's coming up in front of us.
Like next to the tree.
Like we already got it, so that's why it should be down there to the left.
Yeah, we got it in the Shaded Woods video. But yeah, this is a relatively short area.
Yeah, but there's a lot of good items here as well. So I mean, obviously,
there's a lot of items here.
Late game areas always have the best items in Souls games generally.
So you just got to put the King's Ring on just for a couple seconds, and then you can take it off, and the doors will continue to open. This is so fucking stupid. Like, this is a game mechanic I have a severe issue with, because why couldn't it just be an item that you don't have to? Why couldn't it just be like a key item as opposed to you have to wear this ring to open the door? Because you just take it off right away.
Yeah, exactly.
It just makes the game longer. And now what we're doing is we're killing rabid kobolds. Now,
which are these enemies here?
Yeah, now they can petrify you, so just be careful.
Yeah, petrify you and bleed or poison. I can't remember what one, but you can do like two things.
It doesn't matter which one. The point is you just don't want it to happen anyway.
But now, the bigger point is
these guys drop insane shit. So let me just cover this: Shottle, Crescent Axe, Drake Keeper's Great Axe, Black Knight Ultra Great Sword, Black Knight Great Axe, Black Knight Great Sword, Black Knight Halberd. So that's all the Black Knight weapons. And Affinity. Yeah, the Hex. You know, the Black Homing Soul Mass. Yeah, Affinity, that one. Yeah.
So they drop that for some
It makes about as
reason.
much sense as the spiders that drops Y-handles and Ricard's rapiers, to be honest, but...
Where did they put it? Right, so anyway, here's a mimic, so kill this and you'll get the second sunset staff in the game that you can get.
As well as Dark Mask.
So that should be you that has the full dark set now, maybe.
Yeah, should be.
And in here is Lucatiel, and this is the last part of Lucatiel's questline. If you've done the rest of her questline, she'll show up here. And
remember, she just has to survive 3 of the 4 boss fights you summon her for, and you have to speak to her at all her locations. Well, just look it up in a wiki, you'll see all the locations of her summons, I suppose.
I mean, they're on the earlier videos anyway.
Yeah. And of course, now what she will do, she will give you her entire set, I believe.
Yeah, now remember, if you kill her, then you can buy it off Melentia.
Just if you've killed Melentia, then killed her, you're fucked.
Yeah, basically, if you kill any NPC and kill Melentia, you're probably not going to be able to get their shit.
You won't be able to until NG+.
Yeah.
Now, we're about to be invaded here, just as we step through these doors. We're going to get invaded by a red phantom called Azlatil of Marah. Yep, they really put all their imagination into the name of this guy.
Yeah.
But, so Azlatil's the exact same as Lucatiel. Azlatil does have a chance, however, to drop an old Marah Greatsword, the exact same as the Marah Greatsword, and looks and stats, everything is the exact fucking same.
Yeah, it just has old in the name, so...
Yeah, it's the exact same. But, I mean, we can kill this bitch pretty quickly, because Dark Weapon Halberd is OP.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And you can always keep the distance, you just want to keep doing that, and then get them at sweet spot range, and boom, there you go. There's 1,000 damage in 2 hits.
What more can you ask for? So, moving into Aldia's Keep, you'll see a big fuck-off dragon
You'll see the most obvious trap in the history of traps.
Yeah, I mean...
no one has died to this.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who's died to this. The person who went, I wonder if this can one-shot me naked. That's the only person that's died to this. So we've went back to the door to give you a sort of more cinematic view, I suppose, but you're not gonna fucking die to this shit.
Yeah.
And then it just fades as if it was never there in the first place, like everything else in Dark Souls 2.
So pick up the Fading Soul.
50 souls!
Right, okay, so we're coming up to a really important NPC right now.
Yes.
Now, to do this, you need to be either alive or hollow, but they both have different effects. If you're alive, you can do this. You can't activate the lever if you're...
You can activate the lever if you're hollow, you just don't want to. If you activate the lever, Navlaan will proceed to invade you at several locations. The easier way to do it, to get all his gear though, is to be hollow and speak to him, and you can do his quest, which you can actually complete naturally by the end of the game.
Yeah, so essentially, like, if you pull the lever, you can get Navlaan as a merchant immediately.
But he will invade you 4 times throughout the game.
Actually, he invades 6 times throughout the game.
6 times.
And it means that you need to deal with him invading you, but you can get access to his wares just now, but you don't get his
equipment
stuff that he gives you. You can't do his equipment quest, but basically when you do his quest, he'll give you his equipment. But you can also kill him and buy stuff off Melentia. Now, if you are hollow, you can talk to him through the fog gate.
Yeah, so do not, if you're hollow, do not release him.
Yeah. So I mean, this is if you want to do his quest line. Basically, the quest line is split into
He's
two.
like, what's his name from Demon Souls?
Basically, if he's a quest line is split into two. One where he will invade you, and one where he'll ask you to kill 4 NPCs. Now, the NPCs he asks you to kill are the
Maiden.
Emerald Herald, Creighton, the Hexer guy,
And
Falcon, and fucking the Laddersmith Gilligan.
Gilligan.
Right?
Yeah, it's not Creighton. It's Calligrapher Kale.
Kale, yeah. So basically, the fact that we've bought the ladder miniature off Laddersmith earlier, we just gave it to him, and then he gave us a dispelling ring. Now, obviously, we don't want to kill any NPCs, and you can only do, you can only get Kale stuff once you've beaten Nishandra. So we're gonna do the rest of his
Quest later
line
after that.
on after Nishandra's video.
Yeah, because we grab all those items on the way to Nishandra anyway, other than of course Kale's helmet.
Yeah.
So don't worry about that.
Now, this is the only way to get Forbidden Sun. By doing this quest, so remember to keep that in mind. If you are trying to go for a pyromancer, you do want to do this to get Forbidden Sun, because it's a very good pyromancy.
If you, however, don't care about pyromancy, then you can kill him. But if you're going to kill him and you're never going to use him again, do make sure you at least get the witch's dress off of him, because that dress is insane.
Yeah, definitely
it is
do that.
Fucking insane. It is the best chess piece in the game for PvP. Its elemental defenses are higher than everything in the game.
Yeah,
everything in the game. Nothing is higher than it. Nothing is even on par with it.
I think actually there'll be like 1 or 2 armor sets that have one specific elemental resistance higher,
but
that's
everything else, including all the physical, is still lower than it by quite an amount.
So it's a very good armor set.
It's insanely good.
So while we kill these enemies, just to reiterate, if you are human and you pull the lever, you will activate his quest where he will invade you, but you get him as a merchant. But if you're hollow and you talk to him through the fog gate, he will ask you to kill 4 NPCs, and you don't necessarily need to kill them, you can just get their specific items by doing their quests. You show him the 4 items by either killing them.
He doesn't take them. You keep the items, he doesn't take them, so don't worry.
So you show him the 4 items via either doing their quests or killing them. And then he'll give you 4 items, being the Dispelling Ring, a Simpleton Spice for Kale, Forbidden Sun for, I can't remember.
Herald.
Probably the Herald, and then Unleash Magic for someone else, Falcon
probably,
or Herald. Yeah. And then when you've done that, if you talk to him, he'll give you the Chaos set, which is a fairly decent as well.
Which is pretty much a combination of the Hexel set and the Intelligence set, the Judgment set. It's not the Judgment set, the Black set. Yeah, it's just a combination of that, because it has high... it just has high fire resistance and high dark.
The places where he will invade you is in Aldias Keep it near the end of this video. He invades you 5 times, never mind. 1 in Aldias Keep, he'll invade you in the gutter. There's an area where he invades you there. He'll invade you in Soldora if you go back there as well. But then he invades you in Dragonlit Castle and Dragon's Area, and that's places where you will be going to. So he will definitely invade you 3 more times.
Yeah, and the other 2 times.
No, it doesn't. You won't go to fucking Dragonlit Castle. It will only invade you in Aldia's Keep and Dragon's Area. So it only really invade you twice, unless you go back to.
You have to
Dragonlit
backtrack
Castle.
to the other 3 invasion points, and you don't even gain anything from doing the invasion points, really.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get anything out of it, because you don't get a set, you don't get the Forbidden Sun or anything like that. So you don't actually gain anything from doing his invasions, other than getting him as a merchant right away.
It doesn't even fucking tell you here, but he also invades you in Forest of the Fallen Giants. It's not even said in here, but he invades you there.
Oh shit, he does, yeah, just before the memory.
Yeah.
You're fucking right.
Yeah.
Wow, so even the ultimate guidebook, doesn't even have something as important as that.
Yeah, so sorry for going on about Navlaan, but his quest is quite important.
It's one of those twofold quests, you know.
Basically all we were doing is just killing enemies and picking up items. There's nothing specifically important.
You can do both of his quests in the one playthrough though. If you do his kill all the NPCs quest line, do that, and then when you come back, open the fog gate while human and talk to him. He won't recognise you. You can then do all his invasion quest line as well.
If you want to, but this invasion quest doesn't actually give you anything.
There is no benefit to doing it other than killing Navlaan 5 times, 6 times. So
here, right, so this is actually one thing which we can mention now. This is, if you kill this ogre, he's the only thing that drops the dragon acolyte hood Nothing. That's the only way you get it for some reason. So
yeah, I mean maybe he's got it stuck in his teeth. Who knows? But this will cost you a petrified dragon bone. It seems like you have to do this to get past him.
Fragrant Branch you mean?
Fragrant Branch you yeah. It seems like you have to kill him to get past him, but you don't. We've already shown that by this point, I believe.
Yeah.
There is a staircase off to the left side which takes you up and round him if you want to avoid it. So you don't even have to do that necessarily.
Yeah, we showed that. So we went up and then went back round.
And this should be a bonfire aesthetic. If I'm right on aesthetic,
yeah. And then the one below it is Great Magic Barrier. So remember to pick up Great Magic Barrier. Obviously, you'll have seen us do it, and that's the most important thing by watching what we're doing.
Yeah. And also, if you don't pick up Great Magic Barrier from down below, an NG plus Strangulate Castle after you open up the Ruined Sentinel door, you get Great Magic Barrier there as well. So you do. Like where the Radiant Life Gem is, like the door you have to open to progress Strangulate Castle towards the Dragon Riders. Yeah. That door there, that's the item that's under the stairs there is actually changed. To Great Magic Barrier. It's kind of cool. So this is a giant basilisk, just like the one in Shaded Woods. It has a percentile chance. It's a very high percentile chance to drop petrified dragon bone. Relatively simple to take care of. Just keep strafing it, and you should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much for like any weapon. I'd be surprised if this thing actually ever hit you even once. Like honestly,
it can hit you once. It does have some sweeping melee attacks, but other than that, like if this thing petrifies you, then I don't even know what to say to you.
Yeah.
You shouldn't, like, nothing in this game builds petrification up quick enough to kill you unless you get attacked by a swarm of rabid kobolds out the front of Aldia's keep, which even then you shouldn't do.
So for some reason we use a Forest Lockstone here.
You don't have to.
Yeah. All it'll do is increase your lock-on range and show you the cages that are up above.
Yeah. Now, good thing is these cages are pretty stable in terms of whatever's in them won't be able to get out, apart from, of course, the giant ogre. So just be wary of that. Now these paintings house the dragon acolytes. Now these guys have a chance to drop their robe, gloves and boots. Remember, as we said, you can only get the hood from the petrified ogre. They drop the Aldias hammer, the bone shield. They have a rare chance to drop Elizabeth mushrooms and an even rarer chance to drop petrified dragon bone. But this is one of these spots where you would come to farm petrified dragon bone if you wanted to upgrade a whole host of boss weapons.
Yeah.
But yeah, these guys aren't really difficult to take care of. You can keep them at range. They do throw witching urns at you, so just basically be on the lookout for that.
They are relatively tanky for basic humanoid enemies as well.
They do have quite good magic resistance. They have very low poison resistance. Even in NG plus 5, I was able to poison them with a single manslayer in 4 hits.
There you go.
So they have very, very low poison resistance.
So smash that desk there to get a Forest Lockstone, and here is a hidden bonfire.
Yep. Now, right next to the Mountain Dew room.
Yeah, I know. Now, probably you've seen this, like by this point you know about this bonfire, but this is a really handy bonfire, honestly. So remember to pick this one up.
Yeah, definitely. And where we're going next is down to a few of these dogs. Remember, these are the dogs that we've met in the gutter.
Yeah.
As just like they do in the gutter, they have a chance to drop aromatic ooze. That's pretty much it. But you want to take these things out. You don't even need to take these out. You can take off your armor, walk in there, and you can grab all of this shit without even getting hit by them. You can just walk past them all. But we're just going to do this just to make it safe, of course. But yeah. So this is a pretty... I suppose this area was meant to catch you off guard if you didn't go to the hidden bonfire room, because there's actually a hole in the ceiling above, which is of course the floor above, which you can fall down, I suppose, but it's like, it's not really...
Well, it's the fact that I'm pretty sure, like
there's lore behind it where Aldia experimented on trolls, and this is where he put the carcasses. The discarded ones didn't work out. Yeah, lore in this game shit, who cares?
Yeah. So, unequipping our weapons and rings. I don't think you need to unequip your weapons, by the way.
Your weapons, you don't have to. No, we didn't know that at this point, but you don't have to unequip
just to be
weapons.
safe.
Yeah. Like, if you invade here, be wary. What people will do, which is a dickhead maneuver, is they will stand in here with their weapons on, and what they will do is they will wait for you to take all your armor off and run in here to come and fight them, because you won't risk it with your armor on because it'll all break. And as soon as you step in there, they'll roll past you, close the door, put their armour on, and then wait for you to step out. You're naked, so they've got an immediate advantage on you because you won't have time to put your armour on when you step out, because they'll just wail on you.
So we picked up Aldia's key, which I can't even remember what it's
for. It unlocks the door. It's where the ogre is. Yeah. It unlocks the door beside the ogre.
Oh, okay.
So it's... I mean, it's useful in the sense that... In fact, it's not even useful. It's not even useful because the ogre still aggroes on you if you go out that way anyway.
No, not right.
In fact, that's not the door it opens. It opens the door across from the bonfire room. See the...
oh, that one.
Yeah, the first access, otherwise you have to kill the ogre to get in there.
Oh, right, I see.
But this saves you killing the ogre, which you need to kill anyway, so who cares. In fact, you don't even need to kill the ogre. There is a way you can get through this entire place without killing a single enemy.
Huh.
It's really easy. But yeah, I'll mention that when it comes up to the point where the ogre is relevant, I suppose. Because there's just a few more items we have to pick up in here. This place isn't exactly full of items in terms of, every single time you turn a corner there's going to be something amazing. It's just like a few materials here and there, like your bonfire aesthetics, your Elizabeth mushrooms, that sort of stuff. But this is what Aldia's key's for.
Ah, there we go. Okay, so in here there's only like 2 items, one being a soul pack. I think they're both a soul actually.
Yeah, they both are. So take out the acolyte who's facing the wrong way. There's a second acolyte in here, and there is also a massive acid horn beetle, which we went over in Shrine of Amana, who can drop corrosive urns. And as you've seen there, as I said, these guys throw witching urns at you. They have a high magic resist, but the halberd's physical damage is high enough anyway that it doesn't matter. So yeah.
So picking up Silver Proud Knight. Right, okay, so I think
we're going for the malformed at this point.
Right, so this guy is
cannot break out.
What's he called?
He's an enhanced undead.
Yeah.
He cannot break out of his cage because he is actually too small. But this guy has a chance to drop Malformed Skull, Chaos Shield, and Chaos Rapier. He's the only way to get the Chaos Shield and Rapier in the game.
Yeah.
And he's the only way to get the Malformed Skull as well.
This one fucking enemy.
This one guy. Good news is he respawns, but still fucking annoying. It's only this one guy. I mean, this is like, even Dark Souls 2, you could get the fucking Jagged Ghost Blade off 2 enemies in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. At least this one respawns though. That's quite good, unlike some of the enemies where you've only got, like Azlatil for example.
Now, we're killing him there because when it comes to getting a certain item, you need to like get an ogre aggroed on you. Now, the ogre can then smash that cage, and then you've got the ogre and the enhanced undead to deal with. You don't want that to be happening.
No,
so,
ogres are fairly annoying to deal with on their own.
So unless you don't care, if you don't care about getting an item, then you can kill the ogre like in this area. Alright, so if you use the Aldias key and you want to, and you can't, like, say you didn't get the Aldias key and you didn't open up that door, once you come open up that door there, it means that
it doesn't open, the ogre smashes through it.
Yeah, exactly. So basically the Aldias key lets you get behind the ogre without it just smashing straight through you.
And just so you know, if you stand, like, if you, like, the way we're facing right now, where the ogre smashed through the door, if you go into the very corner, like, of the left or right, the ogre will barrel through that. It won't even damage you. You can get past it, open the doors behind it, and you can do the same with the ogre that's further on. So you can get through this area without taking a single hit, without killing a single enemy.
So you need to aggro an ogre and get to attack that wall to smash it open. Yeah,
now that door there, you'll be able to tell, you couldn't really see it from our perspective, but there's a door there which is just covered in chains. It's like locked in chains because it's supposed to be a weapon that no one should have or some shit like that. You want the ogre to break the wall down so you can get it. It's the malformed shell. For some reason it's called shell. When it's actually like a molar on a stick.
Yeah.
But
it's like the bottom of a jaw, is it not?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, it's like the molar, it's like sort of this part of your jaw, where the bottom of your jaw connects to the top of your, like to the bottom of your cheek sort of thing. But yeah, so taking out the ogres as per usual, he dropped, which... Oh yeah, that reminds me actually, these ogres, they actually do have a drop here. The ogres in Aldia's Keep drop Common Fruit, Soul of a Brave Warrior, and they can also drop Old Radiant Life Gems as well.
Like you just saw.
No, sorry, this one can only drop Old Radiant Gems. The Common Fruit, Soul of a Brave Warrior was a mana. Sorry. I misread that. But yeah. So these ogres tend to drop a lot of different... Like, these ogres have set drops for each area.
So right now, we'll be invaded by Navlaan.
Right here. Now you don't want to really advance much further because you don't... There's an ogre behind that door in front of us that we do not want to actually aggro.
Yeah.
Because it's a pain in the ass. But see where the items is? If you go and grab that item and stand in that corner... Yeah, the ogre will barrel through like that, but if you go grab that item in that corner and just stand there, the ogre will miss, and you can roll past it and go straight for the boss, because they lose aggro as soon as you get in front of the boss fog.
Now, Navlaan has some fucking batshit mental hexes.
Oh, he has hexes you cannot get at all, and I really wish you could, like that fucking weird fog hex thing, that's amazing!
Yeah.
But, I mean, undoubtedly it'd be overpowered for, like, online issues, I suppose.
Totally.
Like,
I mean, look at this.
This is his Darkstorm, like... This is amazing!
But, so, I mean, just, I guess this is the issue of him, like, invading, but, you know.
Yeah, he is quite difficult to take care of because he has such a range. He has so many good defensive hexes, like Darkstorm, and that Mist Hex, which just travels through walls, and Oh, it's strange. It's really good though. He's quite an interesting enemy.
If you are going to fight him, then obviously you want to drag him into that room. That way you're not fighting him with the ogre being there as well. So, you know, that's kind of what you want to do. Now, fighting the ogre, you can, if you want, just lock him, like, just get him in front of the door and then just pepper him with arrows. Or just do what you normally do and just dodge his attacks and hit him.
Now, because, like, for some reason the ogres, they're strong to slashing and blunt, but apparently they've got a weakness to thrusting attacks. So if you're using a poker, like a rapier or an estoc, or a spear even, you'll do a bit more damage. And of course, as an enemy, they have a really wide counter window, so if you're using the Leo Rhine, you get even more damage out of that.
Okay, so the next thing we're doing is we're coming up to the boss, which is...
laughable, really.
Yeah, it's the Guardian Dragon. Now, in the very next area, he becomes a fucking enemy.
Oh yeah, like...
it doesn't have the same attacks, so...
He doesn't have the same attacks, but there is multiple of them in the next area.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, the ones in the next area probably have more health than he does and are more resilient than he is anyway. Because we end this fight fairly quickly.
Yeah,
for a boss fight against a fucking dragon anyway. But this is at the point where the trolls would lose their aggro, by the way, so if you just run past them and stand here, you're fine to buff, edit your equipment, do whatever you want, you're fine.
Now, we almost feel bad because we don't have that much footage of this boss because we killed him so quickly.
He has some fire attacks that you just run away to the opposite side of the arena for. He has some melee, but you can just run in and just get he's weak to dark and magic.
So look how much fucking damage we're doing to him.
He's weak to dark and magic, so you just get in there, you just spin to win with a halberd. Look at that, that's him at half health and 2 attacks.
So basically, you just want, if he's on the ground, just stay between his feet. If he flies into the air, you actually want to run, not like you want to just run back. Yeah,
just get to the edge of the arena. Now, just before we kill him too quickly, his weaknesses is magic and dark. He is neutral to lightning and he is resistant to fire.
Now, if he fires fireballs, you actually want to run towards him. But if he fires down like a fire stream, you want to run away. And then if he jumps onto the side of the wall, and basically the same thing. Like if
just
he fires
run towards him.
Yeah, like if he fires a stream, run towards him or whatever, because you know it's more of an angle towards you. So you run towards him if he's on the wall, and I mean that's pretty much it. Honestly.
His soul, you make Spitfire Spear, and you can make the Drakewing Ultra Greatsword. Drakewing Ultra Greatsword for me is the obvious choice because Spitfire Spear is sort of meh.
Yeah.
It's a spear which special attack fires out a fireball explosion. And the Drakewing Ultra Greatsword special attack is it fires out this weird like magic pulsing beam ball orb thing.
Yeah.
It's cool. I mean, it's cool and it looks cool as well. I mean, it's a cool looking sword. It's something out of Final Fantasy sort of thing. It looks like that anyway.
So now we are off to Dragon's Area, and this is like technically the last unique area in the game.
Yeah.
The rest is like backtracking.
Yeah, the rest is backtracking. I mean, unless you include the memories, then yeah, it's backtracking. But we're actually going to get an item here for Navlaan's Hollow quest line as well, the Aged Feather from the Emerald Herald.
Yeah, now remember, he doesn't take the item from you, so that's fine. You just need to show him it.
And just so we're clear, by the way, like a lot of people were really reserved in doing the Hollow Navlaan quest because they thought he took the item. The reason why is because the Aged Feather is almost invaluable. It's so good. It's an infinite use Homeward Bone.
Yeah.
You heard me right. Infinite use Homeward Bone.
Which you get now if you talk to her here, which is like the only time you actually get something from talking to her, so remember to talk to her here.
This would be even more valuable if warping everywhere wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
But the fact that it is, like, you've already got an infinite use Homeward Bone called Darkside, but I mean you lose your souls and your fucking human status and shit like that, but if you get 0 then who cares? But this is just really handy to have, and yeah, I mean it's invaluable. You also keep that. If you went NG+, you keep that. Just so you know.
So now we're back in Majula, and it's basically just like every other time. Just remember to pop all your souls
and level up. I mean, you got a couple of soul packets from Aldias Keep, so it was worth the venture.
Yeah.
You also got Sunset Staff, which is another quest item for Navlaan.
Yeah. So you actually get. So even if you've never met Falcon or talked to him or anything like that, you get the Sunset Staff for his quest outside fucking Aldias Keep.
So that's right. You do have the potential to get 2 Sunset Staffs per playthrough.
Yeah.
Just in case you wanted to not power stance your staffs. But yeah.
Actually, I think you get 3. I think Falcon drops it if you kill him.
No, it's his hood, is it not?
Nah, I'm pretty sure it's Sunset Staff. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Wow, you actually can get 3. That is hilarious.
So upgrading the adaptability till we've got 105 agility.
I mean, you can go to 100 agility now by the look of it. The wiki updated and said that 95, 100 and 105 each give you an extra iframe, but at 105 you don't get another one till 115, so that is really the soft cap.
And that's it for this video.
As ever guys, you can click the box on the left to go back to the last episode, which was the Undead Crypt, and you can click the box on the right, which will be Dragon's Shrine and Dragon's Eyrie.
Yeah.
As you can see at the top of the screen, we do have a donation link in the description if you guys feel like being charitable or anything like that, but we do not want you guys to do that if you absolutely can't, basically. A like, a comment, subscribe, even just viewing the video is more than enough for us. We are always amazed. Of course, Facebook, Twitter links on screen, and Twitch link on screen as well. Is there really anything else to cover at this point?
Nah, that's it.
That's us done, guys. We'll see you in the next video.
Hope it was informative and hope you enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, and if we missed anything, let us know. I mean, I don't think we did, but definitely let us know and we can annotate it in, or if you've got any hints or tips yourself, let us know and we can annotate that in as well.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.